Hi guys, and welcome back to Danish fly tying YouTube channel. Today we're going to tie this little one. It's the three-hackle fly. Three-hackle flies have been there for ages, but this variant of it has some great markings to it on the feathers, and that's because I've used this pheasant cape that I love to use. I have another YouTube video where I use more of the longer, stiffer fibers here on the back, on the top of the cape. But today we're going to use, I think it's called the shoulders over here, and this part with these beautiful feathers as well. I'm tying on a stinger hook size 4, and I also use some fluorescent Uni Yarn. You can use dubbing as well if you want. And this is unweighted because I like to tie my flies unweighted, so you can use it on very shallow water where the sea trouts also are. So remember always to fish the shallow water before you wade out. Yeah, I think that's enough for now, so let's tie it. So yes, let's go and tie this one. The hook I'm using it's from FlyCo. It's a Explorer stinger hook size 4. You can use a Arex 122 as well. It's almost the same hook. I think that's straight enough for me. And we're gonna lay a base of thread. This is the Weaver's GSP White 30 denier. I normally tie this in with the black GSP, but this is easier for you to see, and we can just, it works just fine. And as I told, I'm gonna use this cape from the pheasant, and what we're gonna use is this part here on the side and these beautiful feathers here, in first the smaller and then the bigger ones. So this is for the tail. I have stripped some of it, and I have to get the little tip ready. Like this. This is fine. Tie it down. Do this with quite loose turns. And backwards again, a bit more tight. Then we're gonna grab our hackle ply, if I can find it again. I lose it almost every time. Push the feathers back and then tie it around. It's about 3 turns. Then we're gonna secure the stem. And actually I like to get the, I just need one more turn, I think, like this. I like to get the stem just down the hook shank. It helps with the tape of the fly. It also secure the feather very good. And because these are quite fragile, these feathers, I take 1 or 2 turns just on top of the stem that I have been put around the hook. And then I'm going to use the dubbing. It's a brown dubbing, whatever you want. This is actually a nymph dubbing. But I like the structure of it. Look like this. It has some texture that I think looks perfect. Then we're gonna move up the hook shank, covering the stem. And remember, you can also always get more dubbing on your thread. It's easier than take it away. And so about half of the hook shank. Maybe a little further. I think that's fine. And then get the fibers backwards. Then we're ready for the next feather. It's a smaller one of the one I used. I one I showed you before on the cape. And I've taken off the fluffy part. Sorry. Then we're gonna tie this down and taking away the left side of the feather for the way I'm tying it. And it's easier if you use your hacker plier for this. You can use your fingers as well, but I like this way because I have more control of it. Get your thread near and tie it down. And I do the same with the stem again. And cut it away. And now we're ready for the next part of dubbing. And again, I actually would like 1 or 2 turns just on top of the hook stem, so it's secured a bit better. And some more dubbing, just the same. And this time we're not gonna get it all the way because we have to tie in some red. Some red dubbing. Oh, some red. I think it's I can't remember the name right now. But this red, very fluorescent piece of string. I'll tell you the right name down below in the description of the video. Yes. And we're gonna get about maybe 3 turns of this. You can use red dubbing as well, but I like this way to do it. And cut it away. And take the thread about 1 millimeter from the hook eye. That's fine. Oh, I see in the macro lens that yeah, that's better. And then we're gonna use one of the bigger feathers than before. It helps with the taper. I think I have a little too much here. Take away the bottom, and the top part of the feather is easier to tie with, so it's better that you start high up on the feather and tie it in. This is a critical part because it can easily break, so I try to secure it with tying a couple of turns backwards. Then we can cut away the tip of the feather. You can do that a bit more smooth than this, but I think it works. and the hackle plier again, even though the stem is much longer than before. And then about 3 turns, get the fibers backwards, and then just turn for the hook eye. That's fine. Then we're gonna tie it down, and you see that it's getting quickly a big thick, this hook stem, but this will work fine. Get away the hook stem, and actually we're close to finishing the fly. Because we're using a white thread, I like to make a black head. And then also on the thread, take your whip finish and secure it. Fine, then we're ready for cutting off the thread like this, and you can give it a head cement, or I like to use the UV resin. And just a little drop on the top and on the bottom. Great. And take your UV light, and just for my perspective, you can separate some of the fibers because they tend to get together. But I'm satisfied with this one. It's gonna work just as well as I think it will. Yeah. This is a little 3-hackle fly with feathers from your pheasant cape, and I can't wait to cast this for some hungry sea trouts at the coast here in Denmark. And you can also use it in the river if you want. This is unweighted, you can easily tie in a head on the fly, maybe a tungsten set if you really want to get it down. Yeah, if you like this video or you have any comments, please hit me with a like or a comment here in the video, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more fly tying tutorials. Tight lines, and see you on the coast.